Welcome to today's episode of Raising Healthy Kids with Dr. Bumz. I am Dr. Bumi Fakeye Udogu, and today we'll be talking about a modern guide to nutrition in your child. A few years back, a friend calls me very scared, having just given her daughter, who was about 7 months at the time, a bowl of swallow. And then the daughter was knocked out for hours. And the mom was so scared and thought that she had overfed her daughter, or the daughter had passed out because she had given the wrong thing. Was it really the wrong thing? What I did was just to reassure her and told her to wake her baby up. It was okay to give a modified family diet as part of the complementary feeding that she was introducing our infant to, having had 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding. And voila, the girl remained healthy, because up till today, she continues to eat comfortably the family diet with no issues. This brings us to discussing a few things about complementary feeding in children. You know, having exclusively breastfed your baby for 6 months, breast milk only is no longer adequate to provide all the nutrients that your child demands for growth and proper development. Hence, you then need to start introducing your child to what we call complementary feeds of liquid, semi-solids, and then solid diet. You know, it's usually easier to start with what you have. So what do you have at home that you can modify to make for your baby that your baby will tolerate? Some people talk about pap. Some people talk about cereals. Whatever your choice is, just start. Some mothers are scared that their babies may develop allergic reactions to the feeds that they introduce. You need not worry, because you need to just start the feeds and then you look out for symptoms such as rash, itchiness, redness of the eyes, cough, unusual cough, and excessive sneezing, and some other symptoms that may be concerning. In such cases, you may hold on with such meals until you have received an advice from your pediatrician on what to do. There are also some mothers that think that their babies just must be chubby when they start giving them complementary feeds. But it's more than that. You just don't want your baby to be chubby. You want your baby to be healthy. When you have visits to the hospital, we usually check your baby's weight and your baby's height, and that gives us an idea how healthy your baby is and if your baby is truly thriving. So your baby doesn't necessarily have to be chubby for you to be sure that your baby is healthy. There are some misconceptions as well, that some babies just refuse a particular meal. Some mothers think that those babies have become picky eaters. But no, we will talk about picky eaters in subsequent episodes. But please do not tag your infant a picky eater until some criteria have been fulfilled. Also, early introduction of vegetables and fruits into your baby's diet gives an advantage, because that way, by the time your baby is older, your baby is likely to have been used to eating healthy diets, including vegetables and fruits. And then you will not have your child refuse those nutrients given food substances. Mothers, at what point would you say that your baby does not like or tolerate a particular kind of complementary feed that you're attempting to introduce? You must have given that child over and over and over again. And some schools of thought even say as many times as 8 or 10 times before you say, oh, truly, your child is not tolerating that particular complementary diet that you're trying to introduce. So what am I trying to say? When you have exclusively breastfed your baby for the first 6 months, then your baby needs additional meal. How would you know if your baby is going to tolerate a particular meal? You try it first and then watch out for danger signs and for signs of discomfort in case your baby is not tolerating the kind of meal that you're introducing. It's really not a scary time. It's just a time to try out as many healthy possibilities as possible, and then you can send your concerns or questions, if you have any, to our email or the comment section for us to address any concerns that you have regarding nutrition in your child. So this brings us to the question and answer segment. Well, your child may have a big appetite. It may also be that the meal you term as full is probably inadequate for the age and the weight of your child. So you may want to try to increase the portion slightly and see if your child will be more satisfied. Also remember that children cry when they are uncomfortable because of anything. It may be that they need a diaper change. It may be that they're hot and they need some air. It may be that they just want to be left alone, or they may want to be cuddled. So just find out what the need of the child is and try to address it. However, if you have more concerns, you can send a DM or ask your question in the comment section. Oh, children must eat fruits and vegetables on a regular. It could be daily. It could be at least 3 times a week. But we found out that inclusion of vegetables and fruits early enough in infancy helps with excellent nutrient provision in their meals. So please make sure to give your children fruits and vegetables regularly. No, not necessarily. A child can be chubby and be unhealthy, and a child that is healthy may not be chubby. Remember, the weight, the height determines what the body mass index will be, and then that will tell you how healthy your child is. Yes, it does. And as a matter of fact, remember, we do not advise for infants, especially, to be given processed sugar. No. Remember, eggs are rich in protein and other nutrients, and they're actually very important and should be incorporated in your child's diet. No, cough and catarrh are likely symptoms of an infection. However, do not form the habit of giving your children cold drinks, frozen drinks. No, it's not necessary. Remember, we start with room temperature foods and drinks, and then if they're comfortable with it, you can continue with that. A child doesn't have to always take cold drinks. No, 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 no. Please wash your fruits and vegetables very well. And if you need to cook them well. That way you're avoiding introducing any kind of infection or parasites or worms into your child. And we've come to the end of today's episode. I had fun. I hope you did too. And then remember to turn on your notification buttons so you will know when the next episode drops. Like, follow, and share. And please share your questions with me in the comment section or send an email, and we'll do well to get you answers that you so desire. Until the next episode of Raising Healthy Kids with Dr. Bumz, I remain your one and only Dr. Bumz. Bye.